Hey, this is SuperHeroesDen1. Gonna do a comic book review on the X-Men titles that have just come out. X-Men Schism, 5 of 5, and throughout the whole series. This is the fifth one, the one I just got. What's going on in the series is it all started with this one mutant coming in during Cyclops and Wolverine going to this government meeting about mutants and whatnot, and trying to have a peaceful coexistence because they were talking about using Sentinels and reactivating the program and stuff. And this one mutant kid came in, and his ability was to alter their mindsets and whatnot and read their thoughts. So he came in and read all their thoughts and pretty much leaked out all their dirty secrets, all the government officials' dirty secrets on national TV. And it kind of sparked up the Sentinels running the attacks and whatnot with Sentinels, because humans started not trusting mutants at that point. And then you had the Hellfire Club incident where the X-Men were at this groundbreaking thing for mutants in San Francisco, at this museum all about mutants and whatnot, and the history of mutants and the X-Men and stuff like that. And the new Hellfire Club, which is run by this boy that killed his father and took over the Hellfire Club, winds up attacking the college, or not the college, but the museum, and attacking the X-Men and whatnot, and pretty much catches all the big name X-Men except for some of Hope's team, and Heidi winds up freaking out, and her ability is to control elementals like fire, ice, and stuff like that. So it was kind of neat to actually see that. She wound up just decimating the Hellfire Club army that came in and almost wiped out the X-Men and captured them. And Cyclops was in full contact with her and pretty much told her to do all this, or make a decision what she wanted to do, But something had to be done, pretty much, is what he told her. And Wolverine didn't agree with that, and that's where a lot of this all sparks. And with that other mutant starting problems, and Wolverine wanting to turn him in to Steve Rogers, and Cyclops said no. That sparked a lot of fuel there too. So there's bonds that aren't going very well with Wolverine and Cyclops on their mindset. And what happens is Wolverine and Cyclops at the end of Schism go at it and fight, because he wants to have Hope's team help him fight the Sentinels, because there's nobody else on the island that can help. And Wolverine shows up and says, no, you ain't gonna have children fighting for you. And then they start getting into this huge brawl, which was an awesome fight. It was just awesome. It was fun to see them fighting. And the whole time the Sentinel shows up, and the Sentinel's kind of kicking their butts as well and attacking them. And they're still fighting. They don't even acknowledge the Sentinel at that point. And they pretty much don't care if they die or whatever, And Hope's team comes in and pretty much saves them, and that's how that ends. And it starts into X-Men Regenesis, where you find out that all the X-Men are making decisions whether or not to split up as a team. And what happens is, in this issue, if you don't want to hear about what happens in this issue and you want to read it for yourself, click off. But they're pretty much telling you what characters are going to what team and for what reasons. And you find out that Iceman goes over with Wolverine, You find out Psylocke decides she doesn't want to go with Wolverine. She said she would stay with him through X-Force, but she feels that she doesn't really fit in with Wolverine's new concept for that school. So, and you wind up later finding out she goes with Cyclops' team. With Colossus, he decides, since he has things going on with the Juggernaut issue that's inside of him, he decides that he's going to stay with Cyclops' team. And Shadowcat decides to go over to Wolverine's team. Beast, which was a no-brainer because him and Cyclops did not get along, goes over to Wolverine's team because he knows that Wolverine is planning on helping mutant children instead of teaching them to be soldiers and whatnot in the little war that Cyclops was actually trying to involve every mutant in. And you find out that Westchester school is getting reopened in New York, which is kind of cool. Magneto decides to go over to Cyclops' team. Rogue stays with Wolverine's team, but she's on the fence, which is kind of interesting. Havoc and Polaris go over to Wolverine's team. Most of Hope's team goes with Cyclops, which I was kind of surprised, but I saw that kind of coming too. Let's see. Except for Idy. Idy goes with Wolverine's team. And there's this huge fight between Hope's team at first. They don't want her to leave and whatnot. And then they just decide to let her go because it was a choice that she made. So, and then you have Cannonball and Moonstar. Moonstar winds up staying with Cyclops, and Cannonball goes over to Wolverine's team. Let's see. Dazzler goes over to Cyclops' team. The New Mutants stay with there's kind of a feud between the New Mutants. They're kind of splitting up, so we'll see what happens there. It's kind of undecided at this point what's going to happen there. Namor stays with Cyclops' team. Rachel Summers goes over to Wolverine's team. Danger goes over to Cyclops' team. Quentin Quarry, which was the mutant that started all the stuff in that meeting with the government officials, goes over to Wolverine's team, I believe. Dr. Nemesis is staying with Cyclops' team. X-23 is, I'm not sure where she decided to go. I think it might be Wolverine's team, but I don't know. Magic is with Cyclops' team. Celestial Cuckoo is with Cyclops' team. Frenzy is with Wolverine's team. Gambit went over to Wolverine's team, and Avalanche is with Cyclops' team. And then Toad, he'll probably be over on Wolverine's side. And the funny thing is about Storm, she was going to go with Wolverine, and Cyclops changed her mind. Not that she really agrees with Cyclops, but she decided to stay with Cyclops, which I don't know how long that'll last when it comes down to it. White Queen, which really surprised me. I thought she was just going to jump on Cyclops' bandwagon and whatnot. She actually was considering going over to Wolverine's team, and then Cyclops begged her pretty much to stay. So there's probably some heat under the fence there. Not sure what's going on there. And that's pretty much how it ended. It concluded, and you kind of see him moving off onto the distance and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited for Uncanny X-Men #1 and Wolverine #1, just to see what happens within the titles. So, it'll be fun to actually read them and whatnot. Definitely pick these up. You will not be disappointed within them.